Hello and welcome to week 3 of Pastors Unplugged. Today I wanted to talk to you about hope. Now, the word hope is that there's a feeling of expectation and a desire for a certain thing to have happen. We often talk about hope in the gospel as hope of the resurrection and hope of the abundant life. But today I want to talk to you about hope through the pandemic. Now, I have to tell you, pastors and counselors throughout our land are trying to inspire people with words of hope. But perhaps the best source of hope for me came in a recent discussion with our very own confirmation class. And so here are some messages of hope from the people in our confirmation class. Jimmy tells us that you should just keep moving forward and keep going on, that there are lots of people praying for you through this time. And Josh wanted you to know that the end is coming and that sooner or later we will move out of this time and be in a time when we can be prosperous and fruitful together. And Caitlin said that she wanted each of you to have hope because she wanted you to know that no one is walking through this pandemic together. And let's just see, Luke said that we're working together to help one another during this time, and so all people should have a great deal of hope in that. And Delynn shared that helping each other is always something that brings about hope, but she specifically saw that as God working through our hands and our arms to be able to bring that hope into life. And Kylie said, God is constantly trying to help even in our times of suffering, and so we should have hope that since God has seen so many people through so many difficult times, that God would see us through this time together. And then Ellie shared that people are still able to communicate through technology, just as you're witnessing me, and that through that communications, it helps us to realize that we're never truly alone. And finally, Patrick shared with us how hardworking people have been, and that through the hard work of the doctors and nurses and all the people who care for us and love us, that we can rest in a sure and certain hope that God will walk with us through all of our days. So from our confirmation class to each one of you, may you have hope for a brighter tomorrow, and may God bring us all through this time together. Till next week, this is Pastors Unplugged.